Today is Friday, July 9th, 2021. This is DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Today we start things off with a feel-good story about Mark Dobmeier. We've got details on last night's Summer Nationals races, talking NASCAR Trucks at Knoxville, and a busy dirt racing weekend on tap. Before we dive in, if you like what I'm doing here, please subscribe to the show, leave a review, and hit those follow and notification buttons depending on where you consume this. Make sure to follow at DIRTRACKR on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And don't forget, DIRTRACKR.com has a bunch more cool dirt racing stuff. Now let's get going. I'm going to kick off today's show with a cool story. On July 3rd last year, Mark Dobmeier was injured in a crash at the Cedar Lake Speedway with the World of Outlaws. He was battling for a transfer spot in a heat race and ended up flipping. His Buffalo Wild Wings sprint car came down hard on the frame, and the impact broke Dobmeier's back. He had injuries to his L4 and L3 vertebrae, underwent surgery, and has been recovering over the past 12 months. In the time since, Dobmeier's car has returned to the track, most recently with Dominic Scelzi behind the wheel, but Dobmeier himself hadn't raced until last night. He returned to action at the River City Speedway for the NOSA-sanctioned Wayne Anderson Cup and showed no ill effects from his injury. In the feature, Dobmeier started 6th, raced to 3rd in the opening laps, moved up when early leader Tim Estenson flipped, and then passed Jack Croker on lap 8 for the lead. He then went unchallenged the rest of the way to snag his 166th career NOSA win. It was an incredible way to return to the track after his injuries, and there were a lot of smiling faces in victory lane, no doubt. When drivers get injured like that, you always wonder how it will be for them when they get back in the car, but Dobmeier was definitely ready to race last night. Going forward, Dobmeier plans on racing weekly at River Cities on Friday nights and Huset's on Sundays. He'll also make some starts at Knoxville and with the World of Outlaws when they are close by. It's a great story. Congrats to Dobmeier. Brendan Mullen, Jade Hastings, Wade Nygaard, and Austin Pierce completed last night's NOSA Top 5. Summer Nationals and Modified Nationals took on the tight confines of the 5th Mile Macon Speedway last night. This is always a favorite on the Summer Nationals schedule. Found out earlier in the day that the July 21st event at Randolph County Raceway in Missouri has been canceled due to a scheduling conflict. Not quite sure what that means, but the event will not be rescheduled. That week of the Hell Tour will now open on July 22nd at Springfield. Over to the night's racing, Macon is known for a lot of action and wild races because of just how small it is and the ability to run really anywhere on the track. Unfortunately, in the 100-lap late model feature, the track took rubber near halfway, and the last 50 laps turned into the dreaded freight train. Early leader Brian Shirley suffered a flat tire 23 laps deep, and that handed the lead to Bobby Pierce, who was able to keep the field at bay over the remainder of the race, maneuver his way through lap traffic, and he grabbed his 3rd career Herald and Review 100 win and the 7th Summer Nationals win of the season. Ryan Unzicker, Shannon Babb, Logan Martin, and Gordy Gundaker completed the top 5. Miles Moose was actually 4th at the checkered flag, but was later DQ'd for being light at the scales. Trouble last night for both Tanner English and Shirley. We'll see Pierce continue to extend the late model points lead. In the modified feature, there was no Nick Hoffman as he took the night off. That meant it was highly likely that we'd see a 3rd different winner this season, as Hoffman and Kenny Wallace were the only 2 with a win so far. The early part of the race was a 3-way battle out front between Drake Troutman, Ray Bollinger, and 6-time champion Mike Harrison. Inside 10 to go, Troutman faded, which left Bollinger and Harrison to duke it out. Through the early laps, both Bollinger and Harrison were on the top, but late in the going, Harrison actually moved to the bottom, and that switch paid off. Following a restart with 5 to go, Harrison cleared the 77 of Bollinger and drove away to his 53rd career Modified Nationals win. Bobby Stremme, Bollinger, Troutman, and Guy Taylor were the rest of the top 5. As I talked about on yesterday's show, the championship is basically in the books for Hoffman, so from here on out, it will be all about race wins on the modified side. Both series have a busy weekend on tap with stops at Farmer City tonight, Highland on Saturday, and Hobstadt on Sunday. All 3 tracks should provide some great racing. Don't forget you can watch live all weekend long on Dirt Vision. Looking around the country, there's a ton of dirt racing to get into this weekend, but one race I'm super interested in is the NASCAR Trucks at Knoxville. They held practice last night with series regular Chandler Smith atop the sheets. Donnie Schatz was 4th quick, Brian Brown was 9th, Chase Briscoe 13th, Kyle Strickler 19th, Stuart Friesen 22nd, Parker Price Miller was 26th, and Jessica Friesen was 36th. With as much experience as they have around Knoxville, Schatz and Brown could easily snag good finishes tonight. Schatz was only 2/10 off the pace with Brownie 3/10 off. That's not bad for 2 guys making their series debuts. I do think a series regular probably gets the win. As we've seen in the past, those guys with stock car experience usually prevail over the dirt guys in these races. There is weather in the area for the weekend, so we'll have to see if Mother Nature plays nice. Heat races are scheduled for 7 p.m. Eastern tonight, with the green flag set to drop shortly after 9 p.m. Eastern. You can watch live on Fox Sports 1. Drop me a comment. Let me know how you think the dirt guys will do in this race tonight. Saturday's Knoxville program includes weekly 410 winged sprint cars, along with the Corn Belt Clash for USAC and Power Eye War non-wing sprint cars. Tyler Courtney and Brady Bacon were non-wing winners at Knoxville in 2020, while Brian Brown leads the 410 Knoxville points with 2 wins so far. The USAC race pays $20,000 to the winner and is the richest one-day show on the sprint car schedule this season. Bacon is the series points leader with USAC right now by 54 over Justin Grant, and is the winningest USAC driver at Knoxville with 4 victories. He's won the past 2 Corn Belt Clash races as well in 2020 and 2019. I'd also keep an eye on Kevin Thomas Jr. as well. His average finish over the past 5 races is 2.6, which is a series best. He's got recent wins at Lincoln Park and Bloomsburg Fair Raceway. Keep in mind, this is one of those weird streaming nights. If you want to watch the full program tomorrow, you'll need both Flow Racing and Dirt Vision. Flow holds the USAC rights, and Dirt Vision streams Knoxville weekly, so you'll be flipping back and forth. Sucky, I know. That's just kind of the world we live in right now. Elsewhere for USAC this weekend, the National Midgets will hit up Sweet Springs Motorsports Complex on Sunday for $6,000 to win. The event kicks off Mid-America Midget Week, which will see 5 races in 4 states over 7 days. The Midgets haven't raced since Kokomo on June 12th, which closed out Indiana Midget Week. Chris Wyndham was the winner that night, and he currently trails Buddy Kofoid by 47 points in the National Midget standings. Kofoid leads all drivers with 4 wins in 2021, but Emerson Axum has been the hottest driver lately with the series. He has an average finish of 5th over his last 5 starts, which leads all drivers. Mid-America Midget Week will also have stops at Red Dirt Raceway, Solomon Valley Raceway, and Jefferson County Speedway through next Saturday night. If you can't attend, Flow Racing will have the live stream. For wing sprint car fans, both the All-Stars and Outlaws race this weekend. The Outlaws have 1 show at Wilmot on Saturday before they head to Ohio next week. David Gravel is the defending Wilmot winner and has 4 wins in 6 starts at the track. Donnie Schatz and Brent Marks have recent Wilmot wins as well. Gravel will be hoping to parlay his Wilmot prowess into a win and try and close the gap back up on Brad Sweet, who leads the point standings right now by 94. The DIRTRACKR.com analytics prediction formula does favor Gravel over Carson Macedo for the win tomorrow night. You can watch that show live on Dirt Vision. As for the All-Stars, the story of the season has been all Tyler Courtney. With 5 wins and a points lead of 256 right now, he'll be tough to track down for the championship. The series is at State Line Speedway tonight in New York before heading to Sharon Speedway in Ohio for Saturday and Sunday. Dale Blaney won at State Line in 2019 as a series official. He will certainly not be defending that win, while Danny Dietrich and Justin Peck have Sharon wins already in 2021. The All-Stars are back in action after Ohio Sprint Speed Week concluded, and Courtney rounded out that stretch with 6 top 10s in 7 starts, and his average finish over the final 5 was 3.8. Corey Eliason, Hunter Schoenberg, Zeb Wise, Bill Baylog, and Cap Henry will all need to start making some big moves if they hope to track Courtney down. You can watch the All-Stars live all weekend on Flow. For late model fans, both the World of Outlaws and Lucas have races over the next few days. The Outlaws are headed to Jackson Motorplex for 2 shows, including $10,000 to win tonight and $20,000 to win tomorrow. Ricky Thornton Jr. and Ricky Weiss were Jackson winners in 2020, and Weiss will be hoping to match that success as he is winless so far in 2021 and looking to claw out of a 274-point hole in the standings. All eyes, though, will be focused on Brandon Shepard and Chris Madden as the 2 duke it out for the championship lead. B-Shep enters with a 58-point advantage over Smokey. Madden has 2 more wins, but trails Shepard because of his early season struggles at Volusia when he wasn't yet a full-time member of the series. Shepard is the win favorite from the analytics prediction formula, and you can watch live both nights on Dirt Vision. With Lucas, the championship fight is currently between 3 drivers, with Tim McCready out front and Jonathan Davenport and Hudson O'Neill tied for second. JD had won 3 straight races before McCready stopped his run last Saturday night at Muskingum County. I still wonder about O'Neill's ability to stay consistent enough to keep himself in the fight, so this feels right now like it's going to come down to T-Mac and Superman. I'm going to keep that position until O'Neill proves me wrong. Lucas Late Models are headed to Smoky Mountain for 2 nights after the Thursday Cherokee show was canceled. Brandon Overton was the Smoky Mountain winner in 2020 and will be in attendance looking to repeat. It also sounds like we'll see Ross Bales, Dale McDowell, Spencer Hughes, Chris Ferguson, and yes, Kyle Larson. Larson will race both nights in the Rumley 6 before heading to Atlanta on Sunday for the Cup race. MAVTV Plus has live coverage both nights. Elsewhere, the ASCS National Tour is at Gallatin Speedway for 2 nights with Blake Hahn, Matt Covington, and JJ Hickle locked in a tight points battle. And Bud Kading leads DJ Netto and Dominic Scelzi in the King of the West standings as they take on Petaluma on Saturday night. If you're headed to the track this weekend, drop me a comment or tweet and let me know where you're going and what you're excited to be watching. As of me recording this show, there are 27 streams tonight on the streaming schedule, with a lot more to come this weekend. That includes both World of Outlaws series, Lucas, the All-Stars, USAC, ASCS, and a ton of local and regional racing. To see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. That's it for the show today. Hope everybody has a good Friday and a good weekend. If you have thoughts about the topics on today's show, please leave them in the comments below or tweet at me. You can also send me an email, info@DIRTRACKR.com, if you'd like to do that as well. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you back on Monday for more Dirt Tracker Daily.